The talk of the town right now is Hugo Brance, the new Gen 11 player of France. Or at least in this case, the new Gen 11 player. Right now, this final page is the topic of discussion. As we know, based off of translations, a lot of people, including myself, thought Hugo said something related to adaptability, calling it inconsistent with Isagi. With these translations, Hugo says totally unsuitable. Now, those two singular words are in response to what Loki asked down here. Loki first stating, I want to ask Isagi whether he still thinks I'm full of myself just because I have to be born fast. To where Hugo responds, oh, is this Isagi Oichi guy really that interesting, Loki? With Loki responding, how does he look to you? Hugo. With Hugo saying totally unsuitable. Some of you will go right off the bat and go to the bottom right panel and say, oh, well, he's asking about Isagi, so he doesn't know anything about him. Well, he doesn't know him personally, of course. He's not played against him, so he wouldn't know. The entire mindset that some of y'all may have with that gets completely revoked with Julian asking that specific question to Hugo. Meaning that based off of what Hugo has seen from Isagi from the Nigerian and Japan game, this is the response that he had, meaning he saw how Isagi played, calling his playstyle or his version of adaptability totally unsuitable. Unsuitable for Isagi himself. And how exactly would you know that unless you had the same ability as him? Because what else could he possibly be referring to? There's no indication that has anything to do with Isagi's character within the panel or the question that is asked by Loki. So as it stands, you have to relate it to Isagi and his playstyle, that being adaptability. Not to mention, based off of how Hugo is presenting himself, he's giving off that thinker kind of vibe. The book, the way he carries himself, honestly, the look too. Is it a bit of a stretch? Maybe, but I still think that there is a possibility of that. Because these two words hold a lot of validity in the grand scheme of things, even though it is not clearly stated what he's referring to. You have to infer based off of the conversation both Loki and Hugo are having. I am a sole believer it has something to do with his adaptability. I'm like 100% on that.